Hey, Life Size Box, what's happening? Welcome, welcome. Bear with me, guys. Just making sure I'm getting live everywhere. Hassan, to be or not to be in crypto? Well, it's a good time to be. It's a good time to be in crypto, I think. I think it's always a good time to be in crypto. Uh, that being said, I think if you are sitting out of the market and waiting, that is a perfectly acceptable maneuver. I'm actually sitting out of the market on my big BTC holding right now. Devante, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. All right, I think I'm just about live everywhere. Oh, sweet. I love Substratum. Great project, super great market use case. I know you're in, Hassan. You're here all the time. Yeah, Substratum is awesome, and I want to just do today. I'm keeping it super easy, guys. Very minimal on the news. Blah blah blah. It's Friday, so I'm just going to do some quick TA for you guys, and just kind of go over some things that I think may occur over the weekend and some things to keep an eye out for, and then we'll get out of here and close it out because we are going to we're going to go actually meet up with Naeem from Sniper's Tube. So we're going to go have dinner with him, and should be fun. Anyway, yeah, so market cap looking dismal today, down at a measly $333 trillion. That is terribly low. We have lost so much money. I'm sorry, I said trillion. I meant billion. We have lost so much money in the last week. It is very sad, and I think everybody is feeling it. Daily volume has been garbage. I mean, you know, usually this is somewhere closer to between 27 and 30 lately, and so only 19 grand, not good, certainly. And you know, Bitcoin is dipping. We're down at the 7,400 mark, and we'll see what it looks like for the weekend. Hello, Regina. Welcome, welcome. So I know I'm on a little bit earlier than normal today, guys, but it's Friday, and I figured you guys would appreciate that because you probably want to go out and get on with your weekends. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so as you may have guessed by my thumbnail, a couple of things that I noticed that are looking good today, or at least that I want to update you on. I think we'll go ahead and get into this one first because I think this is poignant. I believe what was 2 days ago, I said I had entered a Tron trade, and I wanted to let you guys know I have since exited that trade because as is so common, I think it's very likely that we are going to see a dump ahead of the main net happening. But I saw this bit of news that may actually change that a little bit, and probably is accounting for why Tron has not dumped yet, as because reportedly they're going to be acquiring BitTorrent, which is a huge move if you really think about it. If they were able to turn this into a blockchain file sharing program or a distributed file sharing, and you were able to earn crypto for seeding, that is potentially huge. You know, obviously depending on the legalities around that, but you know, for certain kinds of file sharing that aren't over copyrighted material, I think this is pretty powerful. So could account for why Tron has not taken a dip yet, but I did want to let you guys know I did close out of my Tron trade. I got on the Tron train at 909 Satoshis and actually closed it out yesterday at 960. So not a huge gap, but you know, I am preparing for that Tron dump, and wanted to let you guys know that was the move that I made. But let's go take a look at it. Let's go take a look at Tron right now and just see. So we I caught this on a bounce, and you know, it was, like I said, it was down. I entered. I could have got in even cheaper, but I had my buy set for 909 just back over here, thinking that was a reasonable price, and I did pick up there. So yeah, anyway, I know the mainnet launch was coming up, and like I said, I'm pretty confident that we're going to see this dip off, and so I exited that trade. Right now, it is looking like, I mean, it's looking like it's probably going to dip off again. We're looking at the 4 hour here. You see the histogram starting to curl down. I bet if we get into these lower intervals, well, look at that. You never. I will say this: never underestimate the pump master. Justin Sun, the guy is phenomenal at media. So that does look like it's going to dip off there. I mean, you look, we're encountering some pretty heavy resistance getting past this 940 mark, and we're a little bit over it there now, but you can see we're posting lower highs and higher lows. So it's coming to a decision point, being what that's looking like is a symmetrical triangle there. Here, let me just go ahead and draw this for you guys so you see what I'm seeing. So this is looking like a symmetrical triangle forming to me, and it has been on a downward momentum. I anticipate that to continue, which is why I exited that trade. Jason on the screen, market's down. Ouch. Brutal. Yeah, no, I am on today because I wasn't on yesterday. I know you guys are very excited that Snay is back, and he will be streaming more often. Don't worry. Also, by the way, everybody who was saying, hey, tell your boy to go look at CMC, whoever that was, saw that in the stream and noted. So I will, I'll definitely be going to check that out. Ascension Farm, Jason, I think we may see 3,000 to 2,500 before we move up with consistency. I don't think so. I think that is way too low, and I wouldn't be wanting to make that prediction until we break 6K, and we're way off of that right now. So, oops. Well, not way off, but we've still got a ways to go with some support. Good heavens, why is this not scrolling? All right, hold on. Let's try this again. What the hell is going on with this thing? There we go. Oops, that's ETH. So I want to pull this out to daily candles, and let's just look at this on the long-term scale. And I know this is getting kind of busy on this chart here. I know this is getting kind of busy on this chart here, but here's what I see right now is we've got we're bouncing around about 7,500. We've got a decent amount of support down to about the 6K level. I think if we break this 6K level, it's free fall, and then you know, I think what's our next major support there? And by major, I'm using the term loosely, but our next support at that point is about 4K. So if we break that 6K mark, I think we're blowing right past your 5,700 guess there. If we break that 6K mark, I don't know. I can tell you guys right now, I've got a buy set in at 6,000 and at 6,800. Again, just it's not maybe the smartest move, but I'm prepared to try to catch a falling knife because I'm Mr. Bottom fishing play, and I really don't think we're going under 6K. I don't think the forces that are manipulating the market want it to be that cheap, but who knows? It looks like it's getting ready for a bounce here on the daily, but I don't know if we can confirm that. And it looks like it maybe already did the bounce when we get into the smaller intervals. So this might be accumulation time. I don't know. I can tell you I'm sitting out of the market right now. I got stopped out, a week ago or so at 8. And then I played some swing trades as we were bouncing around between 8 and 85. And then we went back down underneath it. So basically, you know, any gains that I had made under that, I was thinking we saw some confirmation signals, but I might have been a little overzealous. And yeah, basically erased those gains. Didn't lose money because stop losses are my friend. But yeah, basically did a couple of days of swing trading and then proceeded to erase my gains, unfortunately. So I don't think that we're going to go down. I don't think we're going all the way down to 5,700, but I think it is a strong possibility that we will bounce off that 7 mark. You know, maybe I show 7,200 is my next stop on the way down, unfortunately. All right. Come to talk to us on a Friday. late watching beer the stream tonight. Yeah, it's still too early for beers. We gotta, Snay and I are going to go meet. We got a meeting, so still too early for beers since I gotta drive. So yeah. Anyway, let's see here. What else? Yeah, I guess Ascension. I hope I addressed your question. I don't. I think 35, 2,500. While I don't think it's out of the question, I think we got a way to go before I'm concerned about it. You know, we'll have to dip down below that 6K. If we break that 6K support, I'm not confident that we stop before we get to that level. But we'll see what happens. ZRX. You know, let's look at that. Why not? Yeah, let's look at Bittrex. Zero Exchange is going to be great. I don't know how much value this is going to have right now, primarily just because this is completely speculative and no one can trade securities tokens yet. But once the regulation around that has some clarity, I think Zero Exchange is going to be a pretty strong competitor. Boy, I gotta zoom this way up. Well, that's starting to look cup and handle-ish right now, isn't it? Yes, Sam is okay, guys. Everybody, Sam is okay. Sam's just on a medical leave right now, recovering. He will be back. We're holding the fort in the meantime, but I'm sure he appreciates you guys' concern. I know he watches, so let's all wish Sam a get healthy soon. And that's all I can really talk about it. But Sam is okay, and he will be coming back. And I'm certain that he appreciates your concern, guys. So thank you for that. But yeah, anyway, let's see here. This Zero Exchange is looking like that's cup and handle, and let's see. Have we gone more than 50% below? Yeah, so I mean it's looks like we're consolidating a little bit right now. Obviously there was just a huge pump here. So if you're looking for an entry on that, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Local min, local max, and let me put my spiffy blacklight colors on here because I'm just partial. Ooh, all right. It's getting pretty close. This one looks ripe for looks ripe for some bottom fishing plays. Histogram starting to curl up. Let's see, we're on the 1 hour. Posted a death cross on the 2 hour there, or a bear cross at about 1 o'clock. But looks like this action, see on the histogram here, that looks like it's starting to curl up a little bit. And let's see if we can confirm that. Yeah, sure, on the smaller intervals. Looks like it hasn't quite made a decision yet, so I would put this in its consolidation phase. If you're looking for a pickup on this, I would start to play these fib levels. This is exactly what I would do. I would ladder your buys in. Geez, I mean, you could ladder buys in anywhere between, say, 14.5 up to anywhere right up to that fib level there. Can you guys see the fib? Yep. Okay, so what is that? Right at about 15.9, 1600. So I would ladder in some buys there because this is looking like it's just going to consolidate and trade sideways for a little bit. You might get the opportunity on see one of these bounces right here to pick a little bit up. That's not looking bad to me right now. RSI is pretty low. Yeah. Zero Exchange is its own exchange. Paradex is another decentralized exchange that Coinbase has recently acquired, which is what its pump has happened for. I'd stay away from that one, guys, because it's a garbage exchange. I mean, I shouldn't say that. It doesn't have a ton of volume on it. They acquired it, I think, primarily just to be able to have the option of a decentralized exchange. Americans will not be able to utilize that anytime in the near future. But hey, while we're talking about Coinbase, have you guys seen Coinbase Pro yet? They're going to close down GDAX pretty soon, and so they've rolled out Coinbase Pro. So I took a look at it, and honestly, it's really not that different from GDAX. Initially, I didn't like it, but this is it. Initially, I was like, I don't know, and primarily because I think I showed you guys this, is I like to look at the whole screen at once, and this is just the same trick I think I showed you back on GDAX, is if you want to look at the order book, look at your open orders and your fills all at once, just zoom out. Zoom out on your browser. Control minus. And so this is, I like this view because then you can see everything at once. I'm still not crazy about it, but it's probably just because I'm partial to GDAX. I do really like it, but this is it's effectively the same thing. I mean, you can still same sort of orders. You know, all this is still the same layout effectively. I mean, let's compare. But as I understand it, they are going to be killing GDAX altogether, and so probably something you're going to want to get used to. But yeah, look at that. See, not a huge difference really. It's pretty much exactly the same site. Slightly different coloration, and I'm not really sure why they decided to go with Coinbase Pro, other than if it's just for branding. But effectively, that's looking like pretty much the exact same exchange to me. So I will not be fearing that move once they mandate the move. But I wanted to let you guys know that if you weren't aware of that, this is coming down the line in the future. So something to be aware of. Yeah, something to be aware of is GDAX will be going away in favor of Coinbase Pro. So familiarize yourself, and it's pretty much the same thing. All right, let's see. Yeah, when Sam comes back, the markets will pick up. Let's hope so. Let's get our good luck charm back in here sometime soon, huh? All right. GVT or ontology long-term hold? Why not both? Why not both? Ontology is the new Neo, basically, and GVT has a very unique value proposition for active traders that would like to start their own fund and manage money for their people. I mean, if you're an active trader, I don't know about you guys, I've certainly had friends and family ask me to manage their money. I have not done so for anybody just because I'm confident making and losing my own money, but I would feel awful bad if somebody gave me some money and I made a bad call. I can be a big boy and take my own bad decisions, but I haven't done that. But for those who are very confident and willing to do so, GVT offers a great way to start a fund for traders. As a matter of fact, one of our resident TAs, Amal, who some of you may know as Moon Lounge members. He's fantastic. We'll be starting a fund, and if you're interested in learning more about that, he has actually been talking about that over in the Cryptosomniac Advantage, and oddly enough, we are still offering our 14-day free trial. So if you want to join the Cryptosomniac Advantage, you can actually go see. We did a full 2-hour Moon Lounge exclusive only TA webinar, and if you want to check that out, you can do so for free right now by registering for the Cryptosomniac Advantage. Go to cryptosomniac.com, click the Advantage where the little rocket is, put in your information, and it's free to sign up. You can join the Moon Lounge, get into our private Slack channel, and have access to those webinars, all of our reports, etc., etc. What have you got to lose? Come on over and join us. It is a great opportunity to learn. All right, let's see. Why change the look? Hassan, I'm assuming you were talking about why they are going from Coinbase Pro or to Coinbase Pro from GDAX, and I don't have an answer for that. I would suspect perhaps it is so that they can offer more pairings. That is one thing I did notice, is I feel like there were more pairings over here as far as being able to trade, but I could be incorrect on that. Anyway, I suspect it has to do with offering more pairings, and then they've got they did that decentralized exchange acquisition, and I think that's going to play into the rumor of them starting to offer ERC20 tokens, because if they have that, they can offer anything, well, anything. So we'll see how that plays out, but yeah. Why change the look? Is it to do with the general data protection requirements? I don't know. That's a good question. That is a very good question. I also realize I'm ignoring my Twitter feed. Is anybody over here? What's up from Calgary? Hey, what's up, Dow? I don't know how to pronounce that. Peterpreneur says, where is the market going? Well, currently we are in a downtrend market, and I don't see any signs of reversal on that yet. Again, if we're, look at this. I try to just keep an eye on the trend lines, and since BTC is the alpha against which everything else is priced, that's a downtrend line, guys. I mean, this is, look, we've almost re-entered our oh no, we haven't. No, I'm tripping. that's not our, this is our long-term downtrend channel from the all-time high, but we've almost re-entered the channel from our last breakout above the recent downtrend, and we have gone back under the most recent downtrend now. So I think we have further down to go. There's nothing in this chart that's telling me otherwise. I don't, this cross here, I bet we can unconfirm this real quick. Yep, sure enough. So I don't know that we're running at all. I still think the market's got further down to go. I suspect we're going to bounce off 7 over the weekend. That is my gut feeling, is we're going to bounce off 7 over the weekend. And I think we bounce there between 772, somewhere in there, and then we may trade sideways in there for a little bit, and we'll see what happens. But that's my feeling on it right now, is that we'll probably see 7s before the weekend is over, unfortunately. All right, what else? What else is going on today, guys? Let's see. Substratum. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Substratum, because I think it's an awesome project, decentralized internet, especially powerful as things like net neutrality threaten to let the providers throttle your internet access. And I got in a Twitter conversation about this recently. People saying, "Well, I can't believe that you wouldn't let the market choose itself." And here's the problem: is it's not the market that chooses it. Then the pricing would then be determined by the providers. And I don't have a problem with, say, for instance, if they wanted to charge Netflix specifically more for the amount of data that they use. I don't necessarily have a problem with that as much, except that that would be directly passed on to the consumers. I'm not a huge fan of that. And I think additionally it opens up very dangerous territory. How bad would it be? Like, think about this: if you are an Xfinity user, let's say, for instance, or an AT&T, or whatever, Comcast, and all of a sudden they looked at your history and saw that you're an active trader, and they decided, oh, yeah, actually, you've got to pay for the trading package, and they charge you extra because they know you have access to cryptocurrency, and they think you're rich because they can't tell what's in your wallets. So this is the danger that comes with repealing net neutrality: is you're letting the foxes watch the hen house. Never the safest bet. So anyway, where did my Substratum go? Because I think sub is a really good price to get in right now. So yeah, look at that. Let me get out onto some realistic candle frames here. So sub had a huge run up, went super parabolic from ICO, has since retraced significantly. Looked like it was going to cup and handle, but that's since been invalidated because it's way too low in the dip. However, this is a project that I'm bullish on long term. This RSI is ridiculously low right now at what, 30? Yeah, it's right at 30. Volume has stayed steady. Unfortunately, that is a lot of bear volume currently, but I think as a long-term Substratum is an awesome price right now, and I am going to be putting some buy orders in on this. Hold on, sorry, I wanted to do this over here and this over here. And oh geez, matter of fact, look at that, it's actually pulled out into the no trade zone. So I'm gonna say maybe let's wait on it and see if it bounces around that fib level a little bit. I had just looked at this prior to firing this up, and again, like I said, I think Substratum is a great project, but it has broken below that 786 fib level, so I might say hold off on it just a little bit yet. I don't know. That's looking like it's ripe for a bounce, though. Just RSI super low on almost every interval there. 2 hours, the only one it's high at all, and that's still only 40, which is still pretty low. So Substratum, I'm thinking, is a pretty good price. I might put in some buys. I would say right around 46. Between 46 and 49, and then just wait and see if any of those bottom fishing plays come up. But again, be very cautious, and I would set a very, very tight stop loss on that. If you did, I would be setting my stop at yeah, I'd be setting my stop at about 43 on that one, just in case. All right, let's see. What else? What else? Qtum. Yeah, let's take a look at Qtum. And it is right in the buy range. Look at that. Yeah, I'd say Qtum is a steal right now, as a matter of fact. So RSI looking good on the daily. Well, let's see. Let's see what's going on there. I mean, it looks like it's trying to. It looks like it's trying to turn around, but only on the smaller intervals. I suspect that's going to trade sideways. I think we'll see. I think we'll see a fair amount of. Yo, never buy all at. Yo, never buy all at once. I think we'll see a fair amount of sideways movement over this weekend. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think anything is going to crash anytime soon. But I suspect we'll see a little bit of downward momentum, primarily in the sideways direction. All right, let's see. Going to 4K. What about Sonum? Yeah, let's look at Sonum. Why not? Just saw it. There it is. That's looking like a cup and handle right there. Although not giving me the most exciting buy signals there. That's looking like it's coming down a little bit, actually. So we've posted the bear cross on the 2 hour. We've already posted the bear cross on the 1 hour, although the histogram is showing me that's looking like it might be curling back up. RSI is at a reasonable level. Volume's pretty low. Just overall volume's pretty low. Yeah, I'd say Sonum is looking like a, if that's something you're looking to add to your portfolio, I'd wait for it to come down a little bit more. Again, we've got this real strong support through here, and yeah, I mean that's a pretty good amount of support there at that 2,800 Satoshis level. And then let's get in here and look at here. In fact, let me do this. I think that price is going sideways for a little bit. I think, you know, we might see it come down and bounce off that 28 range, but I think that price is probably going sideways for a little bit. That 28 does coincide real nicely with that fib level, and yeah, I would probably hold off a little bit, wait to see if it bounces off this fib. If it bounces off and starts trading back up, then I would say, you know, you can put some ladder in, some buy orders in there, but I would be careful. I'd wait for more of a confirmation. And again, I think Bitcoin's going to go down a little bit more, so all right. Too late to get into Tron before mainnet launch? I wouldn't. I said that at the beginning of the stream. I've already exited my Tron trade. I just wrote a little shorty from 909 sats up to 960. I sold half at 958 and half at 961. So yeah, I've exited my Tron trade. I think that it probably is the smart move to exit it at this point, but they did have that news of acquiring BitTorrent, so who knows. like I said, I never underestimate Pump Master Justin Sun. That dude is a medium. He's extremely media savvy and is extremely effective in generating pumps for Tron. So, my feeling is I've already exited the trade. I would exit the trade obviously because I did. So, if you haven't gotten into Tron already, I think you're too late ahead of the mainnet. I think. Why can't I scroll? Dang it, I hate it when this happens. Sub's gonna have a better entry. Yeah, possibly. I think it's a pretty good buy point historically, but yeah, keep an eye on it. Like I said, I think a lot of things can come down. Thoughts on Lisk? I like Lisk in general. I think it's a smart choice being able to program on the blockchain with Java. I think that opens up its potential for a lot more developers. Where is my Lisk? Yeah. Let's have a look at it. Well, there's some pretty good support at this 1200 sats level. Not rock solid, but yeah, that's actually pretty good historic. It's gone through and traded around this level several times in the past. I'll squish this down a little bit here. Local min, local max. Yep, it's right in the buy range for its last breakout. And look, it looks like it's just gonna bounce off this like 11.3 sat range. Well, if you're going to, again, this would be one if you're trying to add this to your long-term portfolio. You know, you could put buys from 11.2 all the way up to what the market order is right now. Just ladder them in, but you know, I would set a stop loss pretty tight under this fib level just in case. I'd probably like right at 11. If you are going to enter that trade, again, guys, I have the only trade I've really entered in the last week was that Tron trade. Everything else I've been kind of sitting out because I think the whole market has a little bit further down to go, and I'm waiting to load up my bags. I'm trying to significantly increase my BTC holdings. I've got my eyes on Monero. Obviously, Substratum is one I'm looking to add, and yeah. Let's see what else. What else? Yeah, too late for TRX. I wouldn't mess with TRX by now. If you haven't already entered the trade, I think you might end up being a bag holder on that one. So I wouldn't recommend it now. All right, let's see. Memorial Day weekend, buy on Sunday, you have to turtle it, blah blah blah, don't buy it once. Yes, Jeffrey, you are right. And let's see, Storm. Yeah, let's look at Storm. I thought I had that in there already. Super cheap, huh? Get rid of this indicator. Well, again, if we're going against all-time highs, that's right in that. It's right in that juicy buy range. Yeah, volume started to taper off. If we had some more bull volume in there, I'd say strong buy signal, but it looks like you've already missed the bounce on that, and well, maybe not. I don't know. Our RSI is really low. Well, if you're gonna get in on that, this is one I would just set my buys right down to the fib, and I would set a stop loss like immediately under that fib. Like, you know, set your stop at like 400 sats. Because it's already, you know, I mean, it's obviously not retracing to all-time lows, but it's getting dangerously close to the end of that 786 level, and these smaller intervals look like it's probably just going to go sideways. So without some boost in that price, I'm not sure it wouldn't come further down, especially if Bitcoin does do something nasty over the weekend. But that is in the range that I usually like to pick it up. So if you are going to buy in there, again, I just set a super tight stop loss to that fib level. All right, let's see what else. Tron's first target 1350 sats for exit. I don't think you're getting there before the mainnet. All right. Cardano, sure. Let's look at Cardano. This can get out of here. Now, we'll go for recent all-time low. That was back towards the February crash. Well, I think it's got further down to come. It's getting into, you know, it's right in that buy range, but I think it's got further down to come. That's what it's looking like to me, unfortunately, here. It's looking pretty oversold on the daily, but once you get into the smaller intervals, the bounce already kind of happened there, and it's just trading around that fib level. So I think that fib level is now going to be the resistance. Damn auto scale. Decreasing volume significantly. RSI kind of low, but not anything that leads me to think it's going to bounce. I think it looks like Cardano's going to trade sideways, is what it looks like. Just altogether decreasing volume. And again, it kind of depends what Bitcoin's going to do, but I think it's going to trade sideways. So you could ladder some buys in between 24 and 26, and I would just target an exit 27.5, really, 27.50, and set your stop, you know, above that fib level. I don't know. I wouldn't buy Cardano today. I hold Cardano. That's one that's in my long-term bag, but that's not one I would enter today. Again, guys, there's not a lot of trades that I think are looking great for entry today, just by the overall market. All right, let's see. Tron may be used at Football World Cup. Well, that would be interesting. That's like the biggest sporting event in the world, isn't it? The World Cup. Yuan chain dropping, not going anywhere because ETH won't adopt. That's a good question. Let's look at Yuan. Lobby. Yuan chain just had a. Am I tripping, or didn't they just partner with PundiX? Wasn't that? Am I not remembering that correctly? No, to me that honestly just looks like a normal. That just really looks like a normal amount of retracement. I mean, look, it went super parabolic, kind of traded sideways a little bit, parabolic again, traded sideways a little bit. This isn't quite a parabolic move, but so I mean that's really just looking like looking like it's reaching its consensus actual value price point. I wouldn't be too confident that it's going to run up anytime soon. It looks like we already had a double top here. 1, 2, and it keeps coming down, and then you're finding support here at the top of what used to be the resistance in this little trade. So, I mean, look, that's like it's almost exactly the same pattern inversed. So I would keep an eye on this and see if we bounce off it, but there's nothing here that shows me that I would think that it's going to bounce off. Doesn't look oversold at all. Even if we get into these smaller intervals. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so, guys. I would, I think I'd just keep an eye on that one. I don't think I'd enter a trade on this at all right now. I don't hold any yuan, for the record. If you were, I mean, if you want to watch it and see if you can pick some up, again, you could try for some bottom fishing plays and just see anywhere between this fib level here at what, 54.50 sats. In fact, I would probably actually even set a stop loss right above that, and you know, you could set some buys anywhere in this range, basically from the end of this wick up in here. But it looks like it's going to come down, so I would say you're very likely to have those buy orders hit and probably blow through your stop. So I don't know that I would recommend entering that trade right now. I wouldn't. I'm not going to do it. All right, Digibyte. Let's see. Where is it? There we go. I'm not sold on Digibyte. I don't see it as being any more particularly useful than Litecoin. It's a little faster, but I mean these are there's nothing really unique about this. One of our marketing guys loves Digibyte, so I do hold some Digibyte because I was given some Digibyte. He's a huge fan of it, and so I do have some of this, but I don't particularly think it's. I'm not particularly excited about this coin because it basically just does money. But that being said, let's take a look. Let's take a look at it. It looks like it's going to bounce around that fib level right now. So what are we at? Like 460 sats. I think we're going to bounce around there. I'm not super excited about the amount of bear volume we see here, but that is bringing it down a little closer into the oversold territory. But that's not confirmed on those higher intervals at all, and also not confirming on the lower intervals. So I would not enter a trade on that right now. If you were looking to pick some up, you know, this would be definitely a bottom fishing play type one that I'd be looking at. I'd set maybe ladder in some buys between 430 and just above this fib level, between 430 and 448, I guess, and just wait for that trade to come to you, because I think that's coming down. Doesn't look like it's gonna crash, but who knows? We'll see what happens with Bitcoin over the weekend. Digibyte, good coin. I'm not opposed to it. I just don't. It's kind of like Litecoin. It's just one of those things that I don't. I'm starting to see less likelihood of market adoption for these coins that are just faster payment coins versus, you know, there's so many other projects now that are coming out to solve interoperability problems that I just don't see the need for some of these coins as much as I used to. What's up, Twitter? What's happening, Peterpreneur? All right, everybody's just watching on Twitter. Nobody's chiming in, so didn't mean to ignore you guys over there. What's happening, Twitter? Appreciate you staying around watching. Good trading coin. Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, look at that. That's a swing trader's paradise right there, isn't it? If you would have played any of these moves, let's see. 22% here. 22% there. 18%. Yeah. So, you know, and that's why I say let the trade come to you. Set your buys for one of these, you know, close to these fib levels, and just let the trade come to you. It is sort of looking cup and handle-ish, right? Whoops. Here's the cup, the handle, but I would need to see some more confirmation with bull volume in there for me to really think this is going to take off. I think we trade sideways there. I think we trade sideways through this fib level, or if not, we break down and trade sideways through this fib level. All right. Juan and Quantstamp was a partnership. Okay, oh, that's right. It was Wabi and PundiX. My bad. It was Wabi and PundiX. All right. All right. 5:45. I did not intend for this to be the full long stream as normal, guys. But look at here we are hanging out on a Friday. Hello. Did we chart ETH yet? You know what? I haven't charted ETH. And in fact, I haven't charted ETH in a couple of days or a couple of streams. So let's do that. I think ETH is primed to be another big mover ahead of Bitcoin in a market turnaround, but it is certainly low enough that it could hurt your feelings if you bought anytime around the beginning of the month. It's entering our no trade zone, guys, so ETH is one I would hold off on. I would not look at acquiring any more exactly yet, in fear that it's going to drop below this fib. Because if it does that, then I suspect we break all the way down here to the 500 range. So that's my opinion. You wanna buy for ETH just above 500. 500 to like 520. That'd be the buy range for ETH, but I wouldn't be picking any up. I'm also not getting rid of any ETH. All my ETH is actually moved over into my Trezor right now, so I'm not trading ETH. I'm holding ETH. I think long term ETH still has a lot of legs. I think the rumors of its demise, based on Neo, EOS, ontology, etc., are greatly exaggerated. I think there's way too many projects still yet to come as ERC20 tokens. So I think I would hold off on picking up any more right now. Let it trade sideways a little bit more, but if we see a market confirmation, basically if Bitcoin starts to run, I would enter more heavily into an Ethereum trade than I would into a Bitcoin trade, just because the percentages have been greater. Yeah, Litecoin is getting juicy. I mean, you guys know I've been talking about my Litecoin bags that I would like to get rid of, but it's low enough right now that I put a buy order in at like $108, I think, because I'm going to start using it again for what I have always used it for, which is to acquire the Bitcoin value of what I want it for, and then sending it to an exchange to pay less transaction fees to move it, because Litecoin is faster and cheaper. So well, the bounce play has already happened. Yeah, I don't know. When did you get in on the trade? This is what I'd be looking at. Like I said, I had some buy orders down a little closer to 100, but I might actually, if you're looking to make a swing on this, I might I might move those buy orders up to 115-ish. And just see if you can, catch one on a bounce. And then my targeted exit on that would be 120, basically. That was my goal with those Litecoin trades. All right. What do you see about picking up Bitcoin garbage? Bitcoin Cash. I hold some Bitcoin Cash, but I think I hold, the amount I hold is whatever is equivalent to the amount of Bitcoin I had in my Electrum wallet at the original Coinbase, or I'm sorry, at the original Bitcoin Cash fork, plus another $100, as I threw $100 at it. I don't know, however long. So I don't even know what that's worth. I never even look at my Bitcoin Cash. But let's take a look. I'm not sold on Bitcoin Cash. I'm not a huge fan of Bitcoin Cash. I think I like the sales pitch for Bitcoin Cash, but I don't necessarily like the team for Bitcoin Cash. I don't know. That's looking like it's going to trade sideways. Not a huge amount of support where it's at right now. I think we could break down further. Oh, sorry. Maybe I should be looking at BCH USD. Oh wow, it's at $100 on Kraken. Well, that would have already been in my buy range. Oh, let's see. LTC USD on Coinbase. There we go. Yeah, I think you already missed the bounce play on that. I think Amazon will rather make their own coin than use any other. I think that is 100% correct. I don't think they're adopting anything. I think they're going to launch their own blockchain project. And the reason that I think that is because they've already got a well, if they were to use any, I think they'll launch an ERC20 token, and the reason I say that is because they have a software developer kit already for ERC20 tokens. So I think that I think you guys are probably barking up the right tree there. Yeah, Mimara, I would hold off. We've broken well below our long-term uptrend line there for Bitcoin Cash. And I've never been bullish on this project. Time and again I start to like it a little bit more because I hear things that Roger Ver says and I'm like, yeah, and then I remember he endorsed insider trading and I'm like, fuck that guy, pardon my French. Hashgraph I like. I'm not 100% sold on their consensus mechanism, but I'm super impressed with their speed. It is phenomenally fast, and they are working with a project that I'm hugely bullish on, that I've kept alluding to, and I don't want to give away on the stream yet because I want to do a top 5 ICOs on it. Because it's definitely in there. But I think Hashgraph is an interesting alternative to a blockchain, and I think it's hard to not be impressed with the fact that it can process 500,000 transactions in a second. Or consensus events in a second. That's extraordinarily fast. But excuse me. If I understand correctly, they don't record the entire blockchain. They just take a snapshot of the blockchain every 12 hours, which I'm not sure how I feel about. So I'm not. I need to do more research on the consensus mechanism before I'm 100% sold on it. But I think it's definitely got legs. It's got potential. That's what I would say right now. BitConnect, yeah. Everybody buy BitConnect. Is it even still possible? Can you do that? Is anybody still stupid enough to fall for that is the real question. Hashgraph, yeah, what is the ticker on Hashgraph? Hold on a sec. I think hot might be. Oh, why don't I just do this? What? You gotta be kidding me. Sorry, I'm trying to search for the ticker. Come on, I even did the... Hedera hash graph. What is your ticker? It's not even on their website. This is ridiculous. I've seen so many demos from these guys. I've seen them at multiple conferences by now, and I still can't tell you what their ticker is off the top of my head. That's sad. Hollow is hot. Yeah, there we go. Man, you would think they would want this to be... Hash graph, coin, ticker. It should really be this easy. XYO? Is that right? No, that's some... Well, that's a shame. That is a shame. Yeah, shame. Yeah, I would love to actually pull that up on a chart, but, well, let's look at Hollow then. Oh, whoops. Hot. BTC. Of course it's not there. Well, guys, I've learned a workaround for this one, so I don't look like a jackass. Hopefully it shows up on Coinigy. If not, we can look over here. Coinigy lagging. Not on there either. Makes it difficult to chart. Yeah, I got called out on Snae's stream for not looking on CoinMarketCap. I don't like to look on CoinMarketCap because I don't like looking at a price line and there's no charting tools over here. So I like looking at candles. That's how I trade. That's how my brain works. I recognize those patterns more clearly. But yeah, at the very least, I guess I can come over here to see what their 24-hour trading volume, market cap, etc. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's been trading sideways a bunch. Let's look at it on a daily. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, this is not the volume is flat. It's daily. I can't look at candle, so I just can't chart shit on here. I'm sorry, guys. This is not. This is not. I can't chart on this for you guys. This is not. Look at this, and then look at this and the difference. Like, you know, I have way more indicators. This is how I know how to trade. This is what I do to trade. So I'm sorry that I can't give you better info based on this price line. It's just not my area of expertise. I need to practice with it more. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, they keep falling for Verge. Staggering. How many times do you need to let somebody, I mean, how many times would you let your spouse cheat on you before you're like, I'm not doing this anymore? Like, how many times? Anyway, yeah, I can't find the ticker anywhere either. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm sorry. That's I know it exists. I know it's out there, and I'm sorry I can't pull it up. Yeah, let's look at EOS. Why not? And we'll look at Decred too. In fact, I found Decred first, so we'll look at that first. Wow. It's been on a hell of a run since we looked at it the other day, huh? I would exit this trade right now. If you've been in Decred, if you have been in Decred at all this month, I would exit this trade right now. right now, because that is looking, look at this, it's trading sideways. We see MACD starting to consolidate, and the histogram dipping over here again. This is on the 4-hour. RSI is right in the center, and as we get down to into these smaller intervals, yeah, histogram dipping off, RSI looking to go down. I would exit this trade right now, and only because this is a surefire way to secure those profits. Look at that. I mean, it's been in a steady up motion. Well, how much? What's your percentage here? If you've been in at all since this month, you're up 71%. Jesus Christ, that's huge. Yeah, take your profits. If you're not taking profits, you're obviously a long-term trader, and like this is prime profit taking. If you've made 70% on your trade, I would be setting my sell orders. I'd be doing limit sell orders to get out of this trade, and I would be doing it. Right now from like 1352, and I would set limit sell orders all the way up to the tips of these wicks right here, or the tip of this this bar on this candle, up to like 140, 551. I would set limit sell orders there, and I would take that profit right now. And in fact, I would even, if I was in this trade, I would set a stop loss at 125. In fact, maybe just a little bit on the lower end of that, but I would set a stop loss. Yeah, let's say that. Let's correct that to 122. That way, just in case you're getting some stop loss hunters in there, you don't get stopped out accidentally. But I'd be taking some profit. My guess is Charlie Lee moved most of his Litecoin profits and bought Decred. Just look at him with the Decred team. Well, goddamn you, Charlie Lee. Do something with Litecoin. Do something besides sell all of your holdings and then slam it and FUD it out on Twitter. A hedge fund VC just picked up a bunch of Decred. Cool. If all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge too? What do we say, guys? I swear to God, hashtag no FOMO, right? Like this, I'm gonna start selling shirts for real. I'm putting one on the website. It says hashtag no FOMO next to a parabolic candle, because when it's run up like this, if you're not taking profit, why not? Why would you not take profit? This, like, always take profit. Always take profit. What do I think of Nano? I think it is in the dumpster, unless something has changed in the last 28 hours. I like the project. I think it's extremely fast, and zero network fees. Both of those are pretty attractive, but other than that, it's not really anything super revolutionary, but other than it's extremely fast. That being said, I think it looks like hot garbage on the chart the last time I looked at it. Let's see if I've changed my mind. I always reserve the right to change my opinion when presented with new information. And let's see. But I think, yeah, that looks like scheiße. I mean, that's pretty much at all-time low, isn't it? So I ask you this. What have you heard? What have you heard coming from these guys in an announcement? What partnerships, any new wallets, anything that makes you believe that this would turn around? Anything? I've heard nothing. Yeah, that's actually not a bad move right there, stacking nines, taking profits on your Decred and getting into Track and Siren. That's not a bad move if that is what you're doing. I applaud that decision. I think that's a pretty safe move. All right, let's see. Yeah, I would stay out of Nano. Again, like I said, I like the project. I'm impressed with its block times and speed. I like anything that doesn't charge its users fees, right? I mean, free is always good, but I don't know of anything that's very exciting for them coming up, announcements, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and you know, it's at all-time low. It's straight up in the toilet. So I'm not touching that project until there's a reason to. So that is my opinion on Nano. I hope nobody's bag holding on that one, and yeah, I hope none of you guys are bag holding on that. I'm sorry. Let's see. Don't buy Charlie Lee's bags. Yeah. Hey Jason, man, you know your stuff. Hey, thanks. What's your opinion about the market? Price is still going down, or are you bullish? Similar to my main man Amal, which is one of our resident TAs. I try not to be bearish or bullish. I mean, honestly, long term, I'm probably leaning more bullish than anything because I'm pro crypto, but that could be my own. That could be on my own biases and my own idealism playing into that a little bit, because I'm idealistic enough to think that blockchain can change the world, and to that's why I do this for a job now, is because I feel like I hold some responsibility to actually try to help that happen. So long term, I'm bullish on blockchain, but right now I think we are in a downtrend, and I think we have further down to go, unfortunately. So I suspect we're going to bounce off 7K, trade sideways around 71, 72 a little bit, and then we'll see what happens. But if it breaks below the 7K mark, it's a free fall to 6, and if it breaks 6, God only knows. If it gets down to 6, I will probably be exiting the market on everything that's not a long-term hold, and twiddling my thumbs and watching. What do I think of BCH? I think it's garbage. I think it's a way to. I think it's a. I think I hold some because I'm waiting for an opportune time to sell it, because I got it at the fork, and I should have just sold it as soon as it got listed on Coinbase, but I didn't. I don't. Yeah, I like the sales pitch for Bitcoin Cash, that it's Satoshi Nakamoto's original vision as digital cash, but I think there's a lot of other solutions out there that are that will present more attractive opportunities. So I don't mess with Bitcoin Cash, and I don't. That's where I'm at with it. Cheap BTC for everyone. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if it, guys, I'll probably still, if it's, when I say I'm going to exit the market, I'm just going to exit the market and sit and wait for the next time to enter the market. I'm not going to be like, I'm done with crypto, I'm out of here. That's crazy talk. I'm in this. This is this is what I do. So but I don't think there's anything wrong with taking your stack and sitting outside of the market to watch the market for a confirmation that you think it's going to go back in a bullish direction, and then re-entering the market at that time. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I also don't think there's anything wrong if you're just hodl gang with putting all of whatever your funds that you have on your Trezor or your Ledger or your wherever, and sticking it in your pocket and forgetting about it for a month or two. That way you don't have to deal with the stress of these constant swings. Again, that's only if that is your long-term strategy and you're not trying to trade. But I think there's a lot of opportunities in a volatile market like this to increase your holdings if you trade effectively. Do I like Zencash? Yes, I do, and I like Rob Viglione. In fact, I was just rewatching the interview we did with him. Sam did an interview with him. Geez, I guess it's been a month and a half ago or so, and I was just rewatching it. He seems like a savvy guy. I like anything with ZK snarks. I think that is the next best thing to ring signatures, which are Monero's privacy protocol. So ZK snarks, I think, is a solid contender to that, and I think there's a lot of projects coming out. I mean, Zcash obviously listed on Gemini. And Zencash, I think, is, I just like the ethics behind, what he's talking about. Rob Viglione, the CEO, he seems like a decent guy, and yeah. In fact, if you want to know more about the project, I encourage you to go watch it. It's on. Just go over to the YouTube channel, scroll back a couple of months. It's got a pretty looking thumbnail. It's all like turquoise and shows a Zen garden. It's got Sam and Rob's heads on it. So yeah, go check it out. It's it's worth 20 minutes of your time. Put a ledger in a safe. Take 15 sleeping pills. Wake up. Probably. I don't know if I'd take 50. You might not wake up. But get a purple mattress. Here's my non-sponsored shill, you guys. I bought a new mattress because when I moved, I got rid of my mattress, and I have been not sleeping super comfortably for the last month or so, since I've been finally settling into my place in Los Angeles, and I bought a purple mattress, and I've had the best sleep of my life. So they don't pay me. I just bought one, and I like it. And so if you're trying to get 50 nights of good sleep, maybe you should take a look at one of those. All right. Anyway, let's see. Adam, what are you saying? Thanks for the reply. One more request. Please stop going live at this time. You also have fans in the Netherlands. It's 3 a.m. Adam, I feel you, brother. I'm actually debating a lot whether I should start doing like a morning show, which would be evening for our Eastern people. Yeah, I've heard sleep number beds are good. Adjustable firmness, right? But yeah, so back to you, Adam. Yeah, man. I apologize. I've been thinking about doing earlier morning streams. Like, I stay up. The problem is I stay up so late. I'm up till like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. most nights between either working or I think I've told you guys I make music, so I work on music pretty late occasionally, and so I'm up late a lot. So getting up early, it'd be a matter of just staying up a few more hours and staying awake for it. Or I don't know. I've even considered doing a middle of the night stream for our European and Asian members, because I love it when the whole world gets to interact, and I want to make sure we're serving everybody equally. Obviously, it's a little easier for us to service people in the Western Hemisphere, being Californians, but yeah. So Adam, we try to go live at this time just primarily for Western Hemisphere. It gives the broadest scope for this side of the world, but yeah, I feel you. And what kind of music? I make electronic music. I make bass house music, if you know what that is, and I make like 100 BPM trap music, twerk music. We can get into it more at another time, or if you guys, I'll tell you what, if you want to know more about my music, hit me up on Twitter. I'm at Cryptosomniac, and then I can plug you in with my other project, because I didn't come on here to talk about my music and plug all that. But if you want to know more about it, I'm happy to share that information. So yeah, I definitely will take BTC. If you guys, yeah, for sure. I will definitely. I'll take BTC for anything. I will take any coin that I hold. I will take in payment for whatever services. So yeah, if somebody wanted to book me to DJ their show and wanted to pay me in BTC, awesome. I'm for it. Anyway, yeah, Cryptosomniac. Cryptosomniac is my Twitter. So if you want to know more about my other fun stuff, I'd be happy to share that on there. And also, you can follow me on Twitter and find out all my. If you enjoy my rants, I tend to just kind of rant on Twitter. So anyway, yeah, would love to have you follow me on Twitter. I'll even follow back. So yeah, let's be internet friends. We already are. We're already here, and we're hanging out together. So let's be internet friends on multiple platforms. All right, thoughts on GVT and TRX? Well, I've already covered this. I think I told you. I'll say this one more time. I've already exited my Tron trade. I got in at 909 sats. I exited 50% at 958 and the other 50% at 961 because I anticipate the dump ahead of mainnet launch. When is mainnet launch? 5 days, 6 days, on the 31st. So it's. If you really have very strong hands and steady nerves, you might be willing to take that trade, and see if there's a swing trade opportunity ahead of mainnet launch. But I wouldn't touch it. I'm out of it. I took my profits and walked away, and that's where I am with that. Thoughts on GVT? I like GVT overall, but I have not charted it today. So why don't we do that? Oof, not looking good today, huh? We missed the oversold bounce play here already. This was yesterday. I'm looking on daily candles. No, I'm looking on 4-hour candles. But we missed that bounce play. This would have been one you could have potentially acted on yesterday, although a little risky with the way that Bitcoin's been going. But I think you already missed the bounce play. So I suspect what we're going to see right here is it's going to trade sideways a little bit, and you're going to you are going to encounter pretty heavy resistance at that one fib level there, 19.7. So I would watch it. I would not be looking to pick any of that up right now, because again, like I said, I think you missed the bounce play. And I would be waiting. We've got a lot more support a little bit further down, around 1700. I would hold off on that. I would not enter a trade on GVT right now. Jesus, market manipulation, all UTA knowledge, and you never seen a bear market? What? I'm not sure I understand your question there, Johnny B. Are you trying to short the market? Are you trying to make? Are you trying to pick up on swing trades with bottom fishing plays. I'm not really sure what you're saying. That's I don't enter heavy into a bear market. It's just not my style of trading. Anybody, like whatever. You might not trade like me. I'm a fairly conservative trader, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, that's some days I'll get a wild hair and decide to do a bunch of little swing trades. Not that often, not all the time. So I'm not really sure what you're saying there, Johnny B. Many ways to skin a cat. That's right. I mean, yeah, if you want to go out and short the market, go right ahead. You certainly have the opportunity to do so. There's plenty of places you can do that now. And, it really depends on your trading style. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to make short scalps? Are you trying to make longer term entry, or trying to find a good entry for a longer term hold? There's many different ways you can utilize the information that I'm giving you, which is why I don't sit here and go buy here, sell here. I'm trying to let you understand my thought process on the way that I trade, and then you can adapt that stuff for yourself. How about Dogecoin? No. I'm not looking at that shit coin. I'm sorry. Anybody who still buys that is not really an actual avid crypto person, I think. Patrick, I'm sorry to spot you out on this one, but you get to be my example here. I want you to go. Everybody says do your own research, right? So if you want to know how active a project is, you should go over on GitHub. You should go over on GitHub and see when the last time that there was a developer that made a commit to GitHub for the code on Doge. Do yourself a favor. Go ahead, I'll wait. I'm not going to wait because I'm going to kill a bunch of dead air time. But suffice to say, nobody has done anything to develop that coin at all in at least 4 years. Why the people are still involved in that coin, I don't know. It's a shit coin. It's garbage. It's got a cool logo. I sure love a Shiba Inu, but I'm not even going to bother TAing that coin because like you might as well ask me about CryptoKitties. I'm not going to talk about it. It still pumps. I'm not here to talk about. I don't. If you've watched me at all, you know that I abhor pump and dump groups. I think they are terrible for the industry. I think they are super selfish, and I think it's just a great way to continue to rebuild another industry that we already have. Right? Do we want more of that kind of shit going on? Do we want more traditional financial markets, or are we trying to do something different than the way that it's already been? That's all I'm saying on that, guys. I'm not trying to pick on you, Patrick, but yeah, I'm just trying to let you know there is nobody doing any work on Doge. So the only people, like, if you really just want to go make your money off the backs of other people, then A, I think you're a scumbag, and B, then yeah, that's a great way to go. Go get involved in a pump and dump group. We don't do that here. Yeah, exactly. Good looking out, Jeffrey. Yeah, we don't do that here. We ban pumping up. We ban scammers. We ban, we don't, that's not what we're about here, man. So anyway, all right. I got some questions on, I've got some questions on Twitter. Sorry, it looks like, let's see. Hashgraph still in private sale. Well, that would explain why we couldn't find the ticker, huh? All right, so let's see. What happened to Ripple after Ellen got 4 million? Oh yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, you know what? Everybody knows I hate Ripple, but let's go look at it. Why not? Because yeah, Ashton Kutcher gave Ellen 4 million. Huge PR move. Obviously, Ellen's got a gigantic audience, so I suspect we'll probably see a pump. Let's look. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There we go. Wow, not much of one though, huh? A little bit in a day. So this is a perfect opportunity, guys. This is what I say often is like if you see an opportunity, I hate Ripple. I hate it. I think it's a great way to give your Bitcoin back to the banks, and I'm personally trying to have Bitcoin so I don't have to be controlled by the banks. That's just me. But yeah, this was Ellen talks about it, price pumps. I would have probably on this one, you could have bought in here and I would have just exited this trade right at the tip of one of these wicks because look, it's already retraced back down. So didn't really do much for it, but there was a little quick opportunity for a swing trade, and I don't ever have a problem with making money, even if it's a coin you think is a shit coin. So I guess on that note, if you really want to go get involved in Doge and you feel like you're a savvy trader, yeah, you probably could make some money off it. But I think it's a scummy maneuver. I think it's a really scummy maneuver. Yeah, Dogecoin's a shit coin for sure. Stay away from it. It started as a joke. It started as a thing that a guy was like, are you idiots buying into coins? Let me go ahead and just create this coin. He created it as a joke and released it into the market. It used to be basically used for, it was kind of like Reddit gold. People were just sending it back and forth to be like, oh, you made an awesome post, have some Doge. It's always been a joke. It's always going to be a joke. It never was serious. It never really had legs. It just has a cool logo that's meme worthy, and it straight up came from a meme, and so people people like it because it's got a funny logo. But how do I say this without being a jerk? That's how I can tell who serious crypto enthusiasts are. If you're like, I saw when we went to Blockchain Unbound, we saw some people wearing Dogecoin shirts, and I was just like, why did you even come? What are you doing here? Doge is a Shiba Inu. It's a Shiba Inu. One of these guys. You don't know this meme? Seriously, guys? The Doge meme? It's literally, this is the logo for Dogecoin, right? It's this photo. See? It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. All right, let's see. I always saw Doge as like a tipping coin. Basically, yeah, basically. It's something you can, because who cares? Noobs, exactly, Icon. Have you seen a Sharpay? Wait, is that a coin? Are you kidding me? Seriously? There's a coin called Sharpay? I haven't seen it. I don't know about it. I think you're trolling me, Jeffrey. Really? You guys? Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm not aware of it, but is it a fork of Doge? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, what do I think of Zcoin? I don't know. I'm assuming it's got ZK snarks in it. All of these Z coins do, but let's have a look. XZC. I'll tell you, this is what I think of it. I think I've never heard of it, so I think their public presence sucks. Because if they, I mean, with all the ZK Snarks projects that are going around right now, I would think that they would have better media presence or social media, some sort of marketing of some sort. And it looks like there's just not a lot of volume on this at all. Super cheap, but I don't buy things because they're cheap. I buy things because I think they've got good fundamentals. Yeah, it looks like it holds its price okay, I guess. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it just based on it. There's no volume. And if they haven't got marketing or anything to start to drive presence, go check out their Telegram. Comes with its own blockchain. Oh, the Sharpay thing. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mess with this. If you're looking for a privacy coin, I mean, I would look at. I mean, I've made no secret about the fact that I'm a huge Monero fan. I think Dragon Chain is going down the tubes, is what I think. I don't want to look at that today. Its chart looks terrible, and I don't think it's gaining the market adoption that they had hoped for. That's my short analysis on Dragon. I think it's not looking very hot. But yeah, if you're looking for a privacy coin, I wouldn't mess with a Z coin. I'd look at Zencash, Zcash, even Dash, and I don't own any Dash. But I wouldn't. Honestly, realistically, if it's not Monero or something with ZK snarks with good marketing behind it, I wouldn't mess with it. All right, that's my opinion on that. XPM Prime Coin. I don't know about that. We'll see. Whoops. I've seen the name, but I have not researched it at all. and it's on Poloniex. So if that's the only place it trades, I never would have heard of it because I refuse to use Poloniex. Oh, it's looking like it's consolidating. Okay, not a good amount of. I don't like this volume at all. I'm not super keen on that when you have huge pumps and it doesn't move the price that much. What is this? So it went parabolic back in April and is looking to consolidate. I mean, just purely on fundamental or on technical analysis. Just purely on technical analysis. I mean, it looks like it's coming down more to me. There's just not enough volume for it to move, and then you end up with these pumps, right? Like this is, this looks like there's somebody that's got a pretty significant amount of it with a trading bot, is what this looks like, and it looks suppressed, to be honest, or propped up, like it doesn't move a ton within its range. But that also could just be the fact that there's just no volume, just nobody's buying it. I mean, it's got really strong support where it's at right now at 26,125. This one looks like it actually would be an easy one to swing trade, to be honest. Setup, if you want to try it, like I said, I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to dump anytime soon, unless Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin dumps, I think everything dumps, just to be clear. Again, not a Bitcoin maximalist, just a realist. But you could set some buys anywhere just below the end of this wick, you know, right up to here, and see if it picks up. But I would set a stop loss just above this fib level, and I would target to exit that trade. If you do pick up in here, I would target to exit that trade anywhere just under this fib level at like 27. Yeah, I think Wabi's a crap coin. I think so. We interviewed them. That's another one. You can see the interview that I think it was Snay did it, I think, several months back, closer to the beginning of the year. I don't like Wabi. They did not impress me in their interview. Just their ability to convey what they were trying to do. I was like, nah. XLM, yeah. Stellar is that was the other one I wanted to talk about today. So I think I'm gonna do Stellar, and I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Yeah, that's, I think, going to be my move today. So we'll look at Stellar, and then I am going to go ahead and give away some free crypto, and then we'll close it out. That sounds like a good Friday. I've been on for a while with you guys. I went on early, and I still ended up being on into my normal time. Let's see. Yeah, all right. Stellar. Yeah, so this they have run up a little bit lately, the last couple of days. Again, this is one I have a huge bag of. This is one of my larger holdings. I do like Polymath. I'll touch on that more in just a second. But yeah, Stellar is. It's looking like it's going to stay in this consolidation range. They've had some great partnership announcements lately. Normally it's a buy the rumor, sell the news, but people seem to be holding on to the news. So I don't know if I'd put any buy orders in anytime soon, but I would if you've been holding on to this, basically if you got into this trade anywhere between the 22nd and 23rd, now's a really good time to go ahead and take some profit. And I'd be looking to set a stop loss on this one at about 37.70 sats roughly. Yeah, definitely a nice little move in the last couple of days. I think that's because of their partnership announcements. Stellar's got some good things. I like Stellar. I like it a whole lot more than I like Ripple, that's for sure. All right. Well, guys, let's go ahead and give away some free crypto, huh? So if you want to be eligible for free crypto on the next stream, then I need you to comment on this video, not in the chat, at the bottom. Comment with your ERC20 address, and then I need you to like and share the video on Facebook. And if you're over on Twitter, I need you to give me a retweet for free crypto. So if you have done that, then you would be eligible if you did that on Snae's video. And here, I'm going to write this down so I don't mess it up, because I feel like I rattle it off and then do it backwards. So it will be 1 for Facebook, 2 for Twitter, 3 for YouTube. And let's get this random number generator and figure out who won some free crypto for sharing us last time. All right, cool. That's already on 5. So, got it written down. Put my mouse here, eyes closed. I'm going to click it 3 times. And number 2, Twitter it is. All right, so let's go see who retweeted. Where is Snae's video? What the heck? Huh. There's mine. Here we go. Okay. So, whoa. No, that's today. This is the one. Sorry guys, I'm still sucking at Twitter, apparently. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's the wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, so 13. Hold on a sec. There we go. Okay. All right, close my eyes and click it 3 times. And number 5. So who won free crypto today on Twitter? Friday market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's Crypto Addict 33, AJ. So Crypto Addict 33, you just won yourself some free crypto. I am going to snip you out, and I will have somebody from my staff. Get you some free crypto. And yeah, thanks for following and retweeting, etc., etc. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, that is going to wrap it up for me. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And if you want to be eligible for the free crypto on the next giveaway, all you've got to do is go down to the bottom on YouTube, comment with your ERC20 address, go onto Facebook and like the video and share it, and retweet me on Twitter. You'll be eligible for some free crypto. And I hope you guys enjoy the nice long weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out. Again, guys, super grateful that I couldn't do this as my job without all of you. So I really appreciate it. I'm so grateful that you guys spend your time hanging out with me and listening to me do my technical analysis. And I hope that the knowledge that I share with you is useful and helps you make your own best decisions. If you can't get enough of this and you would like to have a little bit tighter access to the Cryptosomniac community, I recommend you go on over to cryptosomniac.com and join the advantage. It's literally like having these live streams in your pocket 24 hours a day. You can simply click here for the Cryptosomniac advantage and enter your address, enter your email address and a password, and it's that simple. You'll get in, you would have access to all of our reports, you would have access to the private Moon Lounge, which is our private Slack channel where you can speak directly to me, to Amal, to Jordan, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, if you like having the streams and you would like to have a little more access to it, as well as private webinars, things like that, go on over and join. You get 14 days for free. What have you got to lose? Try it out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Aspen Shredder, glad you enjoyed my rant. And yeah, guys, again, thanks so much. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday. If anything crazy happens on the market over the weekend, don't worry, I'll update you. So, all right, guys, have a great weekend, and yeah, thanks, Aspen Shredder. Smash that like, smash that thumbs up, and also, if you're new here, hit the bell, get the notifications. You're gonna want to be on with this. We like to keep everybody up to date as best as possible, and we do try to stream at least 5 days a week. Although we've been not quite as good at that lately, so trying to do better. Anyway, guys, thanks again. I'm just rambling at this point, so I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you in the Moon Lounge. All right.